they won't close their mouth, and it gets to the point of not are they a fool, but how big a fool can the fool be? Now, grow up. You've got a 5-year-old daughter. You do not have time to be hoochie mama, being fly girl, and party. Act like you got a college education. You're supposed to come in here dressed like your mother instead of coming in here with a micro mini skirt.
All right, you've heard it before, right? Judge Joe Brown going off in a courtroom. We heard it many times, but nothing quite like what happened yesterday in Tennessee. Judge Joe Brown appeared before a real judge in a juvenile court. The judge, Joe Brown, was representing a client in a child support case when he was told that his case was not on the afternoon docket. Judge Joe Brown lost control, and the juvie judge threw him in jail. Take a listen to Judge Joe Brown's in-court rant.
You want to get into this, let's get into it. This sorry operation needs to stop.
24 hours, Shelby County Jail for contempt. You may have a seat.
Excuse me. If you try to do this, you need to straighten yourself up, and you need to cite your authority.
You wish to have a second day, Mr. Brown. You wish to have a second day.
A second day?
Day.
Day?
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, you cite the authority. You find it. I looked it up before I came in here. You have $10 maximum contempt jurisdiction.
That's
now you jump in
Shelby
here.
County Jail. You
okay.
Continue.
Okay. Tell you what, I'll be out of here very shortly on a petition to habeas corpus, and I'll bring up all these problems. And guess what? You might not be operating tomorrow.
Have a seat, sir.
Okay. As a courtesy to the officers, I'll do that. All right. It's a circus, sir.
That's 3 days.
You can do all you want.
4 days.
You have the jurisdiction I had to do it. You got to be up above trial judge. You got $10.
5 days.
Wow. Now, here's a little bit more of the backstory of what's happening with Judge Joe Brown. His show's not on the air anymore, right? They stopped taping those shows. However, he's apparently in court practicing law. He also has put his hat in the ring to become the next district attorney of Shelby County, where all this has taken place. So take a listen to Judge Joe Brown after he gets out of jail.
I'm a little hot under the collar. 40 years, I've never seen such a circus as they've got down there. I didn't know I was going to have a client down there, and I didn't know that woman was going to be so egregiously wronged. I just went down there to look.
All right, he further goes on to say that this was all about politics, and the fact that he was thrown in jail was politics, not anything to do with what was happening in the courtroom. Here's a response from Amy Warwick, who is the current Shelby County District Attorney. That sort of disrespectful circus stunt may get Hollywood ratings, but this is real life and real people, and Joe Brown knows better. He should be ashamed of himself. So was this a publicity stunt? Or was this a meltdown? What exactly is going on with Judge Joe Brown? Well, let's bring in our own judge, Judge Alex, who joins us along with Joey Jackson. Judge Alex, your reaction to what happened inside that other judge's courtroom with Judge Joe Brown?
Wow. That's all I can say. You know, Joe does know better. Joe is a bright, I know him. He's a bright guy. He's one of the more well-read, better read guys I know, but he can be crazy, and we just saw an example of crazy, and I know that he gets passionate about things, but I would have held him in contempt just like that judge did.
Joey Jackson, did he get treated like any other lawyer would have gotten treated for that behavior?
No, I would have gotten 10 days, so he was treated much better than any other lawyer would have. But listen, being a judge is about temperament. It's about respect. It's about running the court in the manner that you expect other people, you know, to behave. And therefore, I think it crosses the line. He should have been more respectful than that, and I think ultimately he got what he deserved. And Vinny, you know a thing about temperament, the great judge your dad was, right? And look at you now. He set the example for who you are, and as a result of that, I mean, you can't have judges doing this. 5 days jail, he got off easy.
Now, my other concern is here, he wants to become the district attorney, and obviously folks in Shelby County know Judge Joe Brown, 15 years on the air. People know him, people like him. and he could, in fact, be elected as the DA. Well,
what would he do then?
exactly. That's my concern. And my other concern is another video that is all over YouTube, a home video of Judge Joe Brown. This is from August of 2013, where some folks are videotaping him, and the judge is out in California, apparently having a good time. Take a look.
And who are you?
I'm Lynn.
Woo! I keep telling my boys to bring somebody like this home as a daughter.
Give my phone.
I will feel good. Yeah. And who are you?
Bro.
Come on.
Hey, Judge.
Come on, baby.
Judge, what you drinking on over there?
Double Bombay Sapphire and tonic. And look, I need a granddaughter like you.
A granddaughter?
Yes.
Hey, guess what, Judge? I'm not guilty.
I'm not guilty. Fuck this shit. Niggas ain't guilty.
I do not do that bullshit anymore.
Are you a real player?
Yeah, see, look,
This is a bad picture, man.
Wait a minute.
Please give me a good picture, man.
Wait, this is my
Joe Judge
50-year-old wife.
You said take a picture of what?
Whether I'm a player,
All right.
you want to talk about whether I'm a player, this is my 50-year-old wife.
Oh, 50? She ain't 50.
She's 50.
She's not 50. She ain't 50.
She's bad, huh?
She is not 50. She ain't
You
50.
talk about an old man, be a bad mother. Yo, come
Smile with the young ladies, man.
Get closer,
Get closer, huh? I get closer. One more.
Come on. Oh, hell yes. Make old man feel like a good mother.
All right, the bottom line, in your own time, you're allowed to do whatever you want, not doing anything illegal in that video. My concern, however, Judge, is that he wants to be the DA. Are you concerned?
Yeah, well, I'm not concerned because I live in Florida, but that's definitely something that the voters have to take into consideration. Look, the video of him behaving that way, clearly he's had something to drink in that video. Anybody has a bad day like that, that's one thing. But what you do in court when you're sober, that's a much bigger concern for me.
Joey Jackson, how about you? You're looking at Judge Joe Brown as the potential district attorney, right? The chief law enforcement officer of Shelby County, Tennessee. Are you concerned?
Well, let me tell you this, Vinny. I wonder whether the video we just saw is going to loom large in that campaign. And for me, it's not only about in a courtroom, it's about outside the courtroom. It's sort of like how we treat our athletes. We expect them to behave with decorum on the field and off the field. And certainly, if you're a person of the law and you're a person of order, you should behave at all times in an appropriate way and comport yourself in a way that the people who might elect you would be proud of.
And we did invite Judge Joe Brown onto the program today. That is an open invitation, so he is free to join us to get his perspective and his side of the whole thing. If there is,
he'll be in jail, Vinny. He's unavailable.
He might just take you up on that.
Oh, I think he will. I think he will.